So some of you have been giving me tips, advice, thoughts, and how to be better. You know, how to add more drama. So here I am, little makeup, did my nails, and the drama is there. I've been taking classes all week long. Wait, by the way, how do some of you keep up with these long nails? I am not mentally equipped. So welcome back to today's episode of So Random with Hanefah. If you're just joining us for the first time, collect your welcome to. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about something you guys must have seen the heading, you know, so let's not act like it's the first time you're going to hear. But before we do that, let's pause first. Here are some weird allergies and diseases you've probably never heard before. Let's go. 1. Foreign accent syndrome. Now, this syndrome refers to people that just find themselves miraculously speaking in other accents that are not theirs. It's not as if they've gone abroad or they've crossed the river or they've even heard people like that speak. I'm British, innit? I want to drink a bottle of water. No, I never. However, only 60 cases have been recognized around the world. And until 2002, when some English scientists in Oxford University discovered that sufferers share the same brain abnormality, it was originally written off as a psychiatric issue. Funny thing, the first case was discovered in Norway, when a Norwegian woman started speaking a strong German accent. And guess what those people did? They excommunicated her. They said she should leave the community because she's speaking another accent. So, if you thought foreign accent syndrome was weird, wait till you hear this. Water allergy. Like, who is ever allergic to water? I know, right? It's crazy. However, water allergy has been known to affect like only 30 people so far, maybe more than, but well, recorded. It is also called aquagenic urticaria, although it is known to be very rare. I can't even begin to think of the fact that I might not be able to bath because, well, it's water. Like, I can't imagine not being able to drink water. How did that be? Sad. Although people say it is not an allergy, but a hypersensitivity to the ions in non-distilled water. 3. And the last on our list today, laughing death. Popularly known as croup, and was exclusive to the tribal 4 people of New Guinea. It is a kind of disease where some people start to laugh out loud uncontrollably and unexpectedly. But those of you using LOL, laugh out loud, when your face is like this, be careful. How many times will you laugh out loud before the message will catch up with you? Just say salt, smiled a little, then stopped. Stop lying. Initially, doctors discovered symptoms such as shake of limbs in the patient, but there is a rest, which means it subsides. But from a span of 1 to 3 months, it comes back and then they begin to sway, stumble, then they eventually lose their ability to walk, become cross-eyed and incoherent speech, and eventual death. I assume that is a very painful way to die. And now, you might be asking, what is the cause? The National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke reported that there seems to be an emergence of holes in the brain called Swiss cheese. And you might be wondering, how did holes enter brain, form in a brain? Well, it might be shocking to discover that the people in the village where this laughing death was discovered had the habit of eating their dead family members after their deaths, obviously. That's why they're dead family members. Well, thankfully to a US physician named Carleton Gajdusek, after he discovered this, he helped stop cannibalism in the place, and in 1976, he was awarded a Nobel Prize. Now, I know you all have not come here to talk about laughing gas or water allergies or foreign accent syndrome. What we are going to be talking about today, guys, is why you are not an original. What we are going to be talking about today, guys, is why you are made in China. Let's go. Let's get right into it. 1. You don't know what it is to be an original. Why do I say this? You think you are the boss, you are a goat, when indeed you are just a cow.
I'm a cow.
In essence, what I'm trying to say is when you see something genuine, you don't recognize it. You haven't been exposed to what it actually is to be yourself, to be an original. You wouldn't even know if it hits you right in the face, staring at you eyeball to eyeball. Probably because you've been exposed to too many external factors, which leads me to my second point. 2. Peer pressure. Unfortunately, some of you do not have voices of your own self. Some of you are too drawn to the idea of other people thinking for you, other people making moves only for you to follow. Now, I'm not saying it is bad to be a follower, but have a mind of your own. There is something you deeply desire to do, but simply because your friends or a group of people you surround yourself with are not open to the idea, you suddenly do not want to do it. My dear, you are made in China. Many people give in to peer pressure, and I am not just talking about things. It happens everywhere.
That's beyond me. Like it's really above me.
The workforce, daycare. I'll be your friend again. Okay, I'll do it. It starts from as little as that age to even when you're at work. And take for example, you want to go home to your wife, and then the men say, be a man, stay out now, drink. She's a woman, she's meant to wait at home for you. Peer pressure. Your original self is to be loving to your wife, but no, you want to listen to what another person is saying because those ones, they don't. We're not talking about that today. And the funny thing about peer pressure is you actually do know you are being pressurized. You want to get out of it. Now, what I think you can do about peer pressure is simple. Fight it. If it does not feel right, walk away from it, walk away from them, walk away from the association, irrespective of what you're benefiting.
Say, my brother, wake up by fire.
3. You don't know what you want. When you don't know what you want, it is easy to lose yourself. Therefore, you become made in China. You are not an original person anymore because you find yourself copying A, B, C, D, E, and you are still in that void. When you know what you want and you don't just accept everything that is brought to your front to copy, then, my dear, you've made it out of the made in China zone. Are you following me?
I think my problem is too much talent. I have too much of intelligence that I need to offload.
4. Insecurity. Being insecure doesn't necessarily mean you have low self-esteem. Even people with high self-esteem, sometimes, people that their shoulder pad, they do get their down moments sometimes, and they have their doubts. And in that moment, if you decide not to stay true to yourself and you decide to go for things that you're not comfortable with, my dear, you're made in China. Now, I'm not saying you should not ask for advice. No be me saying to you, if you go and put yourself in trouble because somebody said that, I should not, that's your business. Now, you know how we like to keep it simple and short, but before I go for this week, beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. We are done watching that cringe-worthy performance of HANEEFAH trying to be somebody she is obviously not. I do hope you've learned a thing or two from all we've said today. Let me know what you think in the comment box down below. I remain your favorite short host, aka Bad Girl, HANEEFAH.
Alice, shut up that mouth and go and brush your teeth.